Hello, I'm Sister Rose here in Los Angeles to talk about 3 movies in theaters this week. My first film is The Whistleblower. This stars the Oscar winner Rachel Weisz as a policewoman, Catherine Bolkovec. Now she works in the U.S. for a police department, but she takes a job under a military corporation contracted by the U.S. government and then let out to help with the UN in Bosnia as the country is transitioning from war to peace. What happens is that Kathy discovers trafficking in human persons, especially women, for sex. She blows the whistle, she loses her job. And the thing is, all of the people who were part of this and part of making this happen have never been prosecuted for their role in trafficking women for sex. What this film does is shed a light on this huge global problem. There are millions of people trafficked across borders each year for sex or for labor. It's something that we don't know a lot about, but this film can really instruct us and help us look for more information. If you'd like to read my longer review, check it out on AmericanCatholic.org. Now, my next film is, of course, the great Cowboys and Aliens, the fusion between a Western and science fiction. What more could a movie lover want? This is the story of a man who doesn't know who he is, played by Daniel Craig, and a rancher who's kind of mean and crusty, with a son who's a little bit of a psychopath and is very cruel. And they're in Santa Fe, or outside Santa Fe, New Mexico, of course, because that's where all the science fiction and alien activity has historically taken place, right? At any rate, these men have to go after people who've been stolen by this monolith that's stuck out in the middle of the desert. Well, it's a really fun, kind of campy film. You'll see references to every Western or sci-fi movie you've ever seen. It's pretty much a guy film too. There's only 2 key women figures, but the main female figure to watch for is Ella. Who is she? Where does she come from? Why has she come? I think that there's a religious type of thread going through this really interesting fusion of a film. I don't know what else to call it. If you're a film buff, you'll really like it. Harrison Ford is the best character because he has the most development as a character, and I think you'll really like him. Now, my final film is a small documentary that's opening only in some local markets. I hope it expands. If not, put it on your Netflix list. It's called Sholem, Alechem, Laughing in the Darkness. It's a beautiful story about the Yiddish storyteller whose stories formed the basis of the great musical Fiddler on the Roof. It's also the story of Eastern Jewry at the end of the 19th century, and how they struggled to become part of the world rather than isolated from the world. It's a wonderful story, and I hope you get a chance to see it. Thank you, God bless you, and I hope you'll join me next time as we look for seeds of the gospel in today's movies.